Hello guys and welcome to Steve Knows. It's the weekly news update and I've pulled out the most exciting stories this week, and we have some rather brilliant stories around some fantastic games and of course new technology. So enough chinwagging, let's get started. So this week, the game it feels I've been waiting for my entire life is Resident Evil 4. We finally have a release date. So I am booking some time off work, so boss, if you're watching this, expect a vacation request. So out of the blue this week, we had new gameplay trailers and a release date for Resident Evil 4, which is the 21st of October. So we heard this before the Oculus event, which surprised me. I thought this was going to be one of their special reveals, which makes me wonder, what is their big finish going to be this year? So in the gameplay shown, we've got some more hints about how the game is going to work, and some of which, it kind of saddens me to some degree, but I understand it. The Resident Evil 4 game has some cutscenes or some predefined moments in the game for things like jumping out of a window, climbing ladders, kicking away zombies, and it seems like these moments are going to be viewed like an out-of-body experience rather than the first-person experience that we have come to expect from VR. I am hoping this isn't going to be immersion-breaking because it is kind of sad to see, but I'm still really excited for the game. The install size as well is going to set you back 12 gigabytes of storage, just like The Walking Dead. So make sure you clear some space if you've got the 64 gigabyte model. So now HTC have teased us once again with something, and I have no clue what it is, but it's called the Vive Flow. This is to be revealed at an event later on this month, just before the Facebook Connect event on October 14th. Vive tweeted out saying #GoWithTheFlow with a picture of this canister with its lid off and a computer. And then there were some more images as well of someone eating popcorn with this device next to them, and then someone meditating with this next to them. And these are all things that they tend to promote to the general consumer for AR and virtual reality tech. Could this be a portable wearable in a funky lunchbox case? There is speculation that the way the device is depicted and placed in these photographs, the lid of the device could be a hub or a processing unit to connect to a headset. And the canister is simply just the case for that. Furthermore, Vive have also trademarked Vive Flow and had referenced a head-mounted display for a computer-simulated reality. Isn't it always just such an exciting time of year in this space, because the tech moves so fast and the end of the year is always so exciting with all of these reveals. I'm really interested in what this is going to be. It could be the Proton that we've been hearing about, because that was supposed to be using an external processing unit. Next, a game that for me is almost the poster child of virtual reality gaming, and that is Lone Echo. The first game was incredibly cinematic and sparked a bunch of great titles that we still play today, and for some people, they play it daily. The sequel of this franchise was announced in 2018, and it's been a long time since then, and we finally have a release date, and it's really soon, October 12th. This game is a PC exclusive, it's not going to be on the Oculus Quest sadly, and it will feature mechanics that you will recognize if you haven't played the game from games such as Echo Arena, that zero gravity traversal that they have just nailed. And you'll once again see familiar faces with good old Jack the android and live in this story. This game is an Oculus exclusive, it won't be on Steam unfortunately, and if you haven't played the first one, I think it's on sale. It was last time I looked, and when the game is released, it's going to cost you $40, which is around £30 in the UK, and for this kind of game, I think that is entirely reasonable. So this one I kind of find interesting is that Oculus have allowed for the Oculus Go operating system to give us consumers permissions to have root level access, meaning you can take this headset now from Oculus and do literally whatever you would like to it. You can remove these system level applications if you want, add your own applications and modify some low level behaviors. It's like a developer's wet dream, allowing you to build applications that were not previously possible due to the OS restrictions. And although it is on the Oculus Go headset, a rather primitive VR experience at this point, it's still going to be a fun device for you to fiddle with, to learn if you're trying to get into this industry, perhaps a personal project. Some of you may be able to make use now of that Go headset that your nan bought you in 2019 Black Friday. Is going to be a little bit more useful. So everyone's got things to reveal recently. This one is about the Valve headset, and sadly Bradley has been at it again, Sherlocking the web to uncover some Valve secrets, resulting in this meme which I just found incredibly funny. It cracked me up. He's been searching around the Steam VR source files, as often work make its way into the production code, but it won't be useful. It's not there for the consumer to use, it just exists, and we can infer some possibilities from it. So he has found reference to a headset called Deckard. Deckard being a reference to Blade Runner. If you haven't seen the films, I recommend it. It's an absolute classic. And with the word deck in it, it could be something linked to the Steam Deck, which had already been rumored to act as a hub for the next Valve headset for a next wireless PCVR experience. He also found in the Lighthouse driver files that there were references to Deckard POC-A and POC-C over the past year. And POC means proof of concept, or we like to call it at work piece of crap, because you should always rebuild your proof of concept. So something is going on here, but again, it could just be internal testing. UploadVR also pointed out that last month, when talking to Valve about the Steam Deck and virtual reality, they did say that the device, the Steam Deck, was very relevant to their future plans. How exciting is that? Bradley also found a standalone system layer option in the Steam menu and a Linux binary that references the Deckard, which is the same operating system that the Steam OS is built upon. Then outside sources have also confirmed some of the findings, stating that Valve could not match the quality of Oculus's inside-out tracking, so they outsourced the work to another company. They reportedly have been working on a Lighthouse tracking system and an inside-out tracking system. I doubt Valve are going to drop a headset very soon as well, since they've only just released the Steam Deck, and if that's part of their future plans, they're going to be pushing that first. They can't be going and putting everything into production. That would just be crazy. Steam Deck seems to be the phase 1 of the installments. There's so much going on here, and I do not want to steal the work that sadly it's Bradley has gone and done. So I'm going to link his video down below for you guys to check out. He goes much more in depth and is much more knowledgeable about Valve. So I'll link that down below for you guys to check out. Next, it looks like Respawn Entertainment want to take another swing and get some investment back for Medal of Honor, as they've just announced and dropped a gameplay trailer for Medal of Honor, but on the Oculus Quest. I found this super interesting for many reasons that I will touch on in a second. Medal of Honor, the first-person shooter, was a PCVR exclusive at first. It was kind of a flop, being one of the worst large exclusive releases, I think, from Oculus. I think more so because we were so pumped for the game. It's such a big franchise and it just didn't meet our expectations. This game is going to now be on the Oculus Quest as a Quest 2 exclusive. So Quest 1, you will not be able to play this game, making it the second exclusive game announced this year. I think this will be better and more successful on the Oculus Quest though, much like games that I wouldn't play on my PlayStation, but I would buy the same game on my Nintendo Switch and I would seem to enjoy it much more for some reason. I don't know how that works, but it happens. Does that happen to you? Is it just me? It was also rumored that Oculus made the game subpar on PC on purpose to move people over to the Quest platform. The game will also have a multiplayer mode so you can battle it out in a World War II setting on Quest, and the graphics have taken an obvious hit. But the visuals on the Quest look amazing for the Oculus Quest. The rooms look abundant with detail. You never see this kind of detail in a shooter on the Quest. I was actually really impressed. So I just hope this game delivers. It's really great to see big games finally coming to the Quest platform, because we need a library like this. It had been so for a while. And it's great to see these huge titles making their way to this platform. Next, the Unplugged VR tracklist has been revealed, the hand-tracking Guitar Hero VR title that is actually a very special, unique experience, although it does take some practice to get used to the sliding up and down of the neck that doesn't exist, and strumming the air guitar, just getting the right spot. That all sounds so wrong. But I'm a rocker at heart and I love to rock out, and this game lets me do that. So the set list has me so pumped for the release of this game, because there are songs like Tenacious D. Roadie, T-Rex, The Offspring, Rush, Steel Panther, even frickin' Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd, which has a solo longer than most songs. I absolutely love that tune. So this is coming October 21st, which, Resident Evil is coming out that day as well. Ouch. And maybe Population 1 are doing a big update for that day as well, which is... I don't know. They just seem to release updates on the same day big games are releasing. It just cracks me up. So let's talk about BlastOn now. This has a quick draw update set in the Wild West, which is the perfect theme for this 1v1 dueling title, which, by the way, is crazy fun with a friend if you've not played this title. So there is a new mode to celebrate its birthday, and you can enjoy the game for free this weekend on PC, and you can also buy it for a discounted price on Steam as well. So it's Sunday right now, so you can enjoy it free today, and then see if you want to buy it by the end of the day. But the game is designed for wireless play though. You crawl around on the floor and all sorts to try and avoid getting shot. So in this new mode, you'll have a weapon available called the Dead Ringer, and this will just spawn up at a random location in front of you, and you'll both have to grab the weapon and shoot each other as fast as you possibly can. A super fun and simple title and I actually can't recommend it enough. I think it's brilliant. A new game's just dropped on the Oculus Quest platform that I just don't think seems to be getting much love. The marketing or hype around it isn't there, but it deserves some attention. Sweet Surrender is a roguelike game with a style, you know, if you've been on my channel before, it's just right up my street. And one that excels on the Oculus Quest with crisp visuals and sharp lines. You'd never know that you were playing a Quest game. So this is a roguelite, you know the recipe by now. Fast-paced battles, you progress through dungeons that result in you being able to perk up. But if you die, you have to start from the beginning. And I love this style of game. It reminds me of retro gaming. They used to punish you, but you try over and over and over again. And you must have some sweet soundtracks if you're making a game like this, which this game has. It's very synthy, has a great vibe that you can get lost in. It kind of reminds me of like Hotline Miami, and I love that game. The game doesn't have the most complex progression system, the craziest of mechanics, but it's incredibly fun and it looks fantastic. Especially if you don't have much time to play, you just want to have a quick, exhilarating session, and it can fit into most people's schedules like myself. It's a great game for that. And finally, the next story is something that when I saw the headline, my jaw dropped. Blade and Sorcery, Quest port, exclusive Quest 2. But then I read more, and it wasn't that exciting. So you could say this isn't a B&S report, but rather a BS report. We were already aware of the possibility of Blade and Sorcery coming to the Oculus Quest. It was mentioned before in the Steam roadmap posted back in August, but it was categorized as under refinement. So it wasn't anything concrete, but 3 months later, someone reached out to Warpfrog and asked the developers about its progression and was this happening. And they were told that the game for Quest was still on the cards. An Upload then reached out to them to verify this, and they said, "We don't like to make promises, but we are looking into it." And that if there was a port, it would almost certainly have to be on the Oculus Quest 2 only. So there is still hope. Since months later, they haven't stopped looking into this, they haven't abandoned plans. Oculus, go help Warpfrog, please. We want this game, and please support the modifications as part of the fun. So that's it from me today, guys. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, getting caught up on the latest and greatest in the virtual reality space. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Help me reach that 100k goal. I'd really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.